Guys, my name is Sandy. Today I want to do a video for you on how to prepare for unexpected emergencies in your home. All right, let's get into it. Before we get started, I want to remind you to like and share our content. If you're liking our videos, be sure to like and share them. And also remember to click on the little notification bell so you'll be notified each time we release a new video. So let's get into how to prepare for unexpected home repairs or home emergencies. They did a study and found that 65% of homeowners say, on average, that they do have repairs in their home that they would like to complete, but cost is a factor. So they're saying they have repairs, but because of the cost of doing the repairs, they can't get the repairs done. Another study done by Porch. Porch is a website that connects contractors with homeowners for repairs. They did a report and they said they recommend that you budget 1% of the value of your home each year for repairs, which means if you had a home that costs $300,000, they're recommending that you budget $3,000 for the year in repairs, because a lot of times we defer the repairs until it gets too bad. But one of the ways of preparing for repair, or one of the ways of preventing repairs, is to do preventative maintenance. So on the roof, on your appliances, on the hot water tank, all the stuff, all of the recommended maintenance that you should be doing, you should do. For an example, on your air conditioning system, they do recommend you change the filter once a month and you pour a cup of vinegar down the drain line to prevent it from clogging. You can also clear the drain line by going outside and using an HVAC to clear the drain line if you're that handy. But you must do preventative maintenance on your home. For an example, you want to make sure I just did a video on this. You want to make sure you're clearing the coil behind your refrigerator. It's either behind the refrigerator or under the refrigerator. You want to make sure you're clearing that. You want to make sure you're doing the preventive measure on your dishwasher by running, there's a solution that's sold on Amazon that you could use to clear your drain line on your dishwasher so it does not get clogged. Also on your dryers, your clothes dryer, you make sure that you're maintaining the vent. Make sure you're clearing the vent on the dryer itself, and also the vent leading from the dryer to the outside. Make sure you're doing that one every 6 months, and your dryer vent every time you use the dryer. So there's some things that you could prevent. Also on your roof. Whenever you move in a home, you want to make sure what is the maintenance on that particular roof, whether it be a shingle roof or a tile roof or a slab roof. Each of them is going to require different maintenance. Make sure you know what those maintenance are. Also for your hot water tank, you want to drain that once a year, and there's a whole step of doing that. So make sure you are educating yourself on what are the preventative maintenance, or what should I be doing for each appliance or for each major appliance in my home to maintain that. That's super, super important. But let's talk about if there is an emergency in your home. The first thing you want to know is it covered by your insurance? So if an appliance breakdown, do you have a home warranty insurance to cover that? Or if it's something more like a leak or the roof or something like that, does the insurance that you have cover it? As a homeowner, you want to have a regular insurance, or your regular homeowner's insurance. I always recommend you get one with a $1,000 deductible. And the reason why I'm saying this is a lot of time people take out the cheaper insurance because they're like, oh, I'll probably never have a claim, so I could do a $2,500 or $5,000 deductible. The problem is
Need to buy or sell fast? Make one call, that's all. And put our 23 years of experience to work for you. Gift Group Sells Homes is the way to go. Call for 07-791-4713.
when you do have a claim, a lot of times it happens when you don't have that deductible ready. So if something happened and the insurance company came and they said, okay, it's going to cost $4,000 to do the repair, but you have a $5,000 deductible, so we're not going to pay anything out, that's going to leave you stuck in the mud, so to speak. So you want to take out a homeowner's insurance policy with a $500 or a $1,000 deductible. Why? So that if something was to happen, you only have to come up with $500 or $1,000. You don't have to come up with $2,500 or $5,000. And trust me, sometimes when you do, most of the time, when you compare the cost of the insurance with a $500 or $1,000 deductible versus a $2,500 or $5,000 deductible, it's really not that much of a difference. It really isn't, because I've done that so many different times. So you want to make sure when you take out your homeowner's insurance, you do not take one out with a very large deductible. That may come back to bite you in, you know where. Another thing is, you want to make sure you have home warranty insurance. There's many different home warranty insurance companies out there. You could shop around to find out the best ones that would make best sense to you. Most of them are going to cost between $50 to $100 deductible every time you call for them to come out. Home warranty insurance, in case you don't know, let me just do a quick recap. A home warranty insurance cover all the appliances in your home, including your AC condition, your air conditioning system, your furnace, your hot water tank, your stove, refrigerator, microwave, washer, dryer, all those stuff. And if you have a pool, it also covers your pool appliances. So make sure if you're going to be taking out a home warranty insurance, you know exactly what is covered and what the deductible is. Because a lot of times these emergencies come when you least expect them. And if you live in Florida, you know, you want to have your AC covered, because right now, I'm doing this video right now in July of 2025. And we're towards the end of July. I think today is July 29th. And we're going through a crazy heat wave right now. It's very hot. So the air conditioners are working overtime. And if you live in New York, you know, in the height of winter, which is December, January, February, that's when the furnace works the hardest, and that's when they go down. So it's very important for you to have home warranty. Insurance helps you with liability, guys. Insurance is what rich people use to leverage them against liability. Because the quickest way to get rid of your savings account is having a great large liability you didn't plan on. That's why you need insurance on it, right? So that's very important. So if something happened that needs an appliance repair or anything repair, we're going to want to check to see if the insurance covers it, what the deductible is. We definitely want to call them. So that's one sure way of preparing for unexpected emergency. Another thing is disaster relief. So let's say there's a hurricane or a snowstorm or something that happened to your home because of a disaster. We have stuff places like FEMA and the Red Cross that will help you with that. That's a quick one. There's a community development program like FHA 203K, which this happens not after you buy, but before you buy. So if you're buying a home that needs repair, there's a loan called FHA 203K loan that FHA will give you the money to buy the home and to repair it. You could also do a refinance. Believe it or not, they allow a refinance in FHA 203K. So let's say you had a regular home, you had a regular loan, you didn't have FHA 203K, something happened and you want to pull some money, you could actually refinance into a FHA 203K program where they'll refinance the home and then give you the money to fix it. Or you could do a regular refi. Remember, when you do a refi, though, we're talking about interrupting your interest rate. So if you're in one interest rate and you're going to refinance and get a higher one, you're going to have a higher monthly payment. Also, if you're refinancing to do, to pull money out, then that's going to be more money added onto your mortgage balance, plus the closing costs of the refinance. So make sure you can afford the new monthly payment before you even think about refinancing, okay? Another thing is home equity line of credit. You could do a home equity line of credit. If you have equity in your home, you could pull out a line of credit based on the equity. But remember that this is going to be an additional monthly payment. So you want to make sure that you can afford it. Okay, so don't just go and pull out equity line of credit just because you can. Just make sure whatever you're going to use that equity line of credit to do, that you're going to have the money to pay back the equity you pulled from the property. The next thing is you can always take out a personal loan. This is in extreme circumstances when you have no other choice. You could take out a personal loan to repair what is that you need repair. And also the next thing is you could also do it on a credit card. You could take a credit card to repair it. However, if you have insurance to cover some of these things, then you won't have to do none of those things I just mentioned. You won't have to do a refinance or equity line of credit or a personal loan or put on your credit card just to do a repair. So you want to make sure you have a great homeowner's insurance with very small deductible. And you also want to make sure you have a home warranty. You have home warranty in home insurance that's actually good and will actually repair or replace the item that you're calling them on in. Those two, if you have those two insurance and they're strong, most of your home repairs, emergencies will be covered by these. But if you don't have them, or if you have your own homeowner's insurance with a higher deductible, that's when it becomes a liability. So let's be smart homeowners, and let's make sure we're taking all the preventative measures to prevent us from having any large emergencies that's going to require us to refinance or take a personal loan out or do a credit card charge on our card or anything like that. I hope this video helps. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next one.
Need to buy or sell fast? Make one call, that's all. And put our 23 years of experience to work for you. Gift Group Sells Homes is the way to go. Call for 07 791 4713.